Hey, happy Saturday, everyone. It's Catherine here, popping in to say hi. See what's happening with your shadow work. What's happening with it? I'm just teasing you. I have a weird way about me. I guess you guys noticed I changed the name of the group. I've been thinking about this name change for a while. I'm still not 100% settled on it, but I wanted to change it to something that represented what this group was evolving into because I've said it so many times that, we learn and grow together, guys. And yes, there are things that I want to teach you. I want to show you some things I learned along this path of life. I wrote a book called Healing Through Shadow Work, and I put it out there for all to see. And I keep talking about it, and like I would stop if it was like a national bestseller, but it's not. So I got to keep talking about it. It's a simple book, and I like it because it's for anybody who, first of all, it's for anybody, but especially somebody that is looking to do shadow work and doesn't know where to get started and wants something simple. And so I always go for simplicity, guys. I'm going to do that with everything. And so, like I have mentioned in the comments, I want everyone to be able to be here and to discuss things. I want us to be the model of how we can have a better world where we all start getting along better by understanding each other, like really trying to understand each other, really trying to communicate and help each other. So that's one of the things, like there was a little kerfuffle with a member over something that I had said. I don't know, guys. I'm trying to get to everybody's stuff and address it, but just something that was, it feels like it was taken the wrong way or whatever. I'm like, I can only do but so much and put everything out there as honestly and from my heart as I possibly can. After that, it's on you how you are reacting to things, okay? I bring a good energy to some. All right, people, I got the good energy around me. I've healed so many things, guys. And so I do kind of talk about it a little lightheartedly, but trust me, I did 4 years of shadow work, and really I've done 25 years of shadow work because I've been on a spiritual path for that long, and that's all this work really is. It is a spiritual practice because shadow work helps you get to know yourself, understand yourself, see yourself, not only like how others see you, but you start to realize how you have been treating yourself, how you've allowed other people to treat you, and you start to see why. The why part is what I want to start us to get us focused on more. Well, not the why part, because we get focused in on that trauma, and I felt like we're heading down this thing of everything's trauma, everything is a mental health diagnosis that we stand behind our labels. Well, I have this, this, and this. What I want to help people understand is a lot of these diagnoses, especially in the mental health field, aren't, in my opinion, taking into account a brand new field that needs to be opened up in its own right of emotional health. We kind of lump emotions with mental health, and it's completely separate. Mental health has to do with our brain and our thoughts. Emotional health has to do with our hearts and our feelings. And so that's what I really want to get into with this group, because at the heart of it, what I found, and again, this was after 25 years of doing things and trying to find myself and be a better person. Man, if I could have handed my book to the 25-year-old me who was really trying to improve and make her life better and be a better person and heal the stuff I knew needed to be healed, but I didn't quite understand how and why and what. I knew it had to do with my father not being in my life. You know some of those things. If I could have given myself that book, my 25-year-old self would have totally gotten it, and I would have really gotten it because I've kept it simple. I haven't wrapped it up in the metaphysical world that I know so many of us are into that. I call that our woo, or we're letting our woo out. We're all getting more spiritual. It's just that time in the world. It's just happening. Our awareness of everything about ourselves and about our world is increasing, as it does every single year of, since time began, and I just feel like right now, and I think a lot of us believe now is a very special time where if you want to make some leaps in consciousness, some leaps, when I say consciousness, in your awareness of things, particularly in the awareness of yourself, waking up to yourself, that's the first thing you have to do. You're going to think that you're waking up to this evil world, but you're not. That's a step along the path where you feel like you're seeing things in the world you're seeing them in a new way, maybe in a way that, like, this doesn't sit well with me. I don't like the way this is going on anymore in our society. A lot of people are seeing that. Unfortunately, a lot of people are still too afraid to speak up, or they don't know how to express themselves, or they get out on social media and they just start yelling at each other and calling each other names. We've been down that road. We're not going to do that. If we call each other names, we're going to get over it, we'll apologize, and we'll move past it. I want everybody in this group to just feel, I want us to help each other. Like, people put questions out, answer somebody's question. If you've been through something, especially if you have been through an experience that is very similar to something that someone is having trouble with, by all means, tell them what you did. Don't tell them, oh, go to this link. That's not helpful. I'm sorry. I don't think that's helpful at all. What did you do? How did it, tell me what happened to you. What was your experience? We need to be sharing our experiences, and I hope and encourage everyone to do that when we help each other. I don't want you being like, oh, well, go join this other group, then you'll get your answer. I'm like, well, that's not nice. I'm like, what? So we're here, guys. We're gonna work on awakening our hearts. What happens when we awaken our heart? Well, we open ourselves up to connection. A lot of people are not open to connection. A lot of people think they are open to connection. I thought I was open to connection. I was, like I said, on this spiritual path. You think in your mind that you are doing things, but when you've undergone trauma and not even realized you've undergone it through things that happen in regular old marriages that happen every day, and we don't realize that we're being put in certain situations where we're in a state of mind where we're dissociating. We're just going off into another world while we get the trauma, get through it. Just got to get through it. We have to get out of that mindset, but also recognize that part of this is helping us to recognize what we're going through. I think if I had had my book 25 years ago, it would have opened my eyes to some things that really didn't. Oh, I had a book I wanted to share. I'll save that for like another video. But it was like the self-help book that I read right before I met my husband. I mean, it's just so funny. And like reading it again, this is how our awareness levels change. So we're going to keep talking about our awareness and what that means, our knowledge of ourselves, who we are. And with more knowledge, we can be better people, and we can be kinder to each other, and we can understand each other and connect more. Again, just with more awareness. So we're really going to work on our relationships. We're going to be focusing on how we relate. But the most important relationship is that one we have with ourselves. So that's the core of all of this. And when you can start getting back in touch with your spirit through this work, you can. That's the other thing I like about this work. This leads you into an inner practice of getting in touch with yourself. And we're going to talk about, what does that mean? Like, what's my inner voice? Like, what? These are questions that I had when I was on this path. I'm still on the path, but like some practical things. Like, what does this mean to you? What do these words mean to you? I'm really big on words because I'm a writer, and I know that you can use words to obfuscate. You can use words to confuse people, get them off the track. You can use a big word to make it sound like you know something. So I like to keep the words simple, and I've had a career of doing that. So I understand how to read the big words and research and understand and talk to people, and then put it in a way that folks can really understand. Because at the end of the day, we don't have to go up into the woo level 10, metaphysics, other dimensions, aliens. We can go crystal, all the stuff that we like doing. These are things that make us feel good and give us hope and all that stuff. But you don't have to go that far. There are people that aren't into that. There are people that just go to church and trying to be a good person and just trying to literally be a good person. And feel better. Really trying to feel better is probably what we're aiming for. So again, lots of people here. Let's respect that. Let's learn how to communicate with each other. Let's show people that, you can be on this side of this issue, and I can be on this side of this issue, and we are going to connect, because there are so many more things that we can connect on. We can connect through our shared upbringing, pain, traumas. You know how that always bonds people. And it really does open up compassion. So that's why a lot of people say, you have to suffer to really understand and appreciate things. And sometimes we do. But eventually we learn that this is really just all about our beliefs, and that we are creating the world around us just by what we're choosing to believe in. So we're going to get into all that, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to be pumping up my book all the time, guys, because I think it's just I think to open your heart and to be open to connection and to be able to receive love. I mean, like fully receive it. You got to open your heart. How do we open our hearts? We heal our shadows. So you got to read my book. You don't have to read the book. We can all just talk about the book from week to week, which is what I want to do. So thank you for being here. Thank you for bearing with me as I did change the name of the group. I wasn't trying to, what's it called? The bait and switch. I wasn't trying to do that. So looking forward to meeting more people. I'm looking forward to making this more of a learning space where we can communicate, try to practice kindness, try to practice using our voice, practice the things that we're learning. We need to put more things into actual practice and stop reading so much. I'm like, you don't have to read my book. Let's just practice, okay? Less reading of other people's things, more reading and observing of ourselves, and of actually trying to go out into the world, even if it's the world of social media, and putting those things into practice. So that's it, guys. I hope you have a great Saturday. I'm off to find my daughter a corn costume. Oh, she wants to be corn for Halloween. I'm like, what? Not even candy corn, just like corn. I don't know what that's about. Anyway, have a great weekend, guys. Bye.